This video is powered by BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150 to get your 150% sign-up bonus. Start playing today with an exclusive offer. Shout out to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, 27 Squad? We are here with a recap video of our beloved New York Giants versus Atlanta Falcons. This game was just a train wreck in so many different ways. Thank you guys for watching this special segment, I guess you could call it special, on Roundtable Sports, the NFC East Roundtable Sports. And thank you to BetUS for sponsoring the channel and sponsoring the video. So, and by the way, just want to give a quick shout out to all of you guys out there. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I hope you guys enjoy the next days coming up with your loved ones. But let's get into this game. And listen, we're not going to talk too much about the game, more so about the implications, because to be honest with you, who cares about this game? I don't know, not one person that's a Giants fan that cares about this game. The best thing we can say right now is, like, Michael Penix didn't absolutely destroy us like I predicted, and a lot of others predicted. I thought this would be sort of a huge gut punch to Joe Schoen. It was more so a huge gut punch to Joe Schoen that the Giants are just that bad, but it would have been 10 times worse if Michael Penix, who was drafted 2 slots after Malik Nabers was with the 6th pick that the Giants had, it would have been crazy if Michael Penix went out there and threw for 300 yards and like 3 touchdowns in his first start as a starter in the NFL. Now, he didn't blow us away, but he showed a lot of flashes. To be honest with you, he doesn't have the movement that that he used to have with all of those injuries that he's had on his legs. I mean, we're not here to talk about Michael Penix, but still, I thought it would be a absolute terrible day for the Giants because of Michael Penix. But as far as the Giants go, listen, this is the product that we've saw ever since the Carolina game. Yes, the Giants were kind of scrappy. They were hanging in there before that Carolina game, but when they played in Germany, they never came back. I honestly think they are tanking. For those of you guys that don't believe that, I don't know what you're watching, because we watched a Brian Daboll team in 2022 overachieve, go 9-7-1, and make the playoffs, winning a playoff game with that kind of roster. And even the year after that, in 2023, with Tommy DeVito and Tyrod Taylor starting the majority of games, Tommy DeVito had 3 straight wins and went on to finish a 6-11, or 6 and what is it now? 6-11. I get confused with the 17 game system now, but 6-11 with that roster. That roster shouldn't have won more than 2 or 3 games. But the Giants overachieved with Brian Daboll. No help of Joe Schoen putting together a terrible roster, but Brian Daboll forcing them to execute. And in this year, it's just not happening. I don't believe the Giants are as bad as they are making out to be. I think they are tanking. I think Brian Daboll is in on this. Now, this will all come to fruition when the season is over and Black Monday hits. Will, Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen be fired, or maybe one or the other? Who knows? Or maybe they keep them both. I don't know. If they keep them both, and there is no scapegoat here, that is telling me that John Mara was okay with what was going on, and this was part of the plan. This was part of the agenda, and they are tanking. If they keep both of these guys, they are tanking. It is what it is. But like I said, nothing much to talk about the actual game, more so the implications of it. Malik Nabers is still on the precipice of 1,000 yards. It's crazy how he's about to hit 1,000 yards in this destructive season that the Giants are having. This is 4 quarterbacks the Giants have had starting while Malik Nabers, that Malik Nabers was thrown a ball from. So, he already broke the Giants' rookie receiving record in this game with his 2nd catch. It was held by both Saquon Barkley and Odell Beckham as far as receptions go, 91 receptions. He broke that. He shattered that, and he's probably going to up it by the time the season's over. Maybe hit like around 115 or so. So with 2 games left, Tyrone Tracy can't get anything going with that terrible quarterback situation because nobody is afraid of the pass. So they are just focusing on the run. Tyrone Tracy, there's nothing for him to do there. The defense continues to stink. We had another interception. Now this is the 3rd interception the Giants have had all year, and it comes from a Kyle Pitts completely debacle and picked off by Cordell Flott. Now, Cordell Flott, that was the easiest interception he'll ever get in his entire life, and especially as a New York Giant. So, yeah, not much to say there. The implication is that the Giants have the number 1 pick, and it looks like it's going to stay that way. Now, the Raiders won their game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, a huge mistake because they may have played themselves out of both quarterbacks. That must suck. I mean, of course, they may try to trade up, get Travis Hunter, but Jacksonville, either Jacksonville stays and gets Travis Hunter or something happens. Dion might get his wish, right? Dion always wished that, Shedeur would go first, then Travis would go second, and it looks like that might happen. If everything remains the same, the Giants have the number 1 overall pick. If it is Shedeur, I'm not sold that it's Shedeur yet. A lot of people have that thought. I don't even think Shedeur is the clear-cut number 1 quarterback in this draft. I love Cam Ward, but it's going to be a quarterback, and then Travis Hunter. The Raiders might have played themselves out of that. But the Giants have complete control of their destiny in the draft. They have Indianapolis coming up. I believe that is a home game. I don't remember. I believe that's a home game. And then they have Philadelphia to end the season. Now, we'll be making a prediction video here on this channel. Stay tuned for that, and I'll tell you guys my thoughts on that. But as for a little spoiler alert, I don't think the Giants are going to win much of any games after this. They are committed to losing. Nobody is stopping the tank train, all right? It's a tank and a train put together. Nobody is stopping that. I mean, that is worse than an immovable object, okay? So the tank train keeps chugging, keeps going, and this is the worst time ever to be a Giant, but it has to get to the worst it's ever been before it gets any better. So that being said, for those of you guys that don't know me, I am Kid Blue. Make sure you guys follow me. Maybe the links will be in the description. Roundtable Sports, guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about the Giants this season and the implications of that number 1 overall pick. And who do you guys want the Giants to select? Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you guys next time.
This video is being powered by BetUS, the number 1 online sports book in the world. Use code YouTube150 to get your 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next 2. That's up to $2,000. We got Christmas football this week, folks. The Chiefs and Steelers and the Ravens and Texans. If you guys want to take advantage of the BetUS code YouTube150 to make your bets right here, go to betus.com.pa. We also got all the other games this week. Make sure you guys check out BetUS. They got player prop bets, same game parlays, you name it. All right, so big time shout out to BetUS. Please bet responsibly. The proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports.
Hello, welcome in everybody. We are going to be doing a prediction for the rest of the NFC East. And this is a special video for you guys, as obviously we have Christmas coming up, the holidays. We won't be able to do a live stream. So Merry Christmas to every one of you guys watching. I wish we could be live for it, but we got it. We got to enjoy the time with our families, right? So we'll be doing a prediction video for this week's games. But first, we have to thank our sponsors, BetUS. Thank you so much for sponsoring the channel, sponsoring the video. Make sure you guys check out BetUS for a 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit. Your second and third are 125%. And make sure you guys bet responsibly, please. So let's go into these games. The New York Giants are going to be going up against the Indianapolis Colts in a 1 o'clock game. Listen, I've already said this for those of you guys that have listening into the live streams, watching the pre-recorded videos. I've said this already. The Giants will not win another game this season. It is a pure tank train, and you cannot stop a tank and a train put together. You just can't. Well, what can stop that? Maybe Superman. But no team in the NFL can stop this tank train, and the Giants are making sure they do just that. Lose out every single game to ensure they have that number 1 overall pick, because although the Raiders won their game and they kind of threw themselves out, now they have the 6th overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are still right there at number 3, at number 2 with 3 wins, and we just don't want to put our fate in their hands. They don't need a quarterback, obviously, but they can trade away that pick. You don't want to give up draft capital for no reason. There's no point in winning these games, right? Indianapolis, I'm going to take Indy has found ways to score. In these past couple, I think they put up like 38 points against the Titans last week, and with Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor, how about him? 218 yards or something like that, 3 touchdowns. I'm not sure what the line is in this game, but I have to take the New York Giants. The Indianapolis Colts here to win this game, and we're going to keep this tank train moving. Nothing much to say about there. There's nothing to talk about as far as X's and O's goes because it just doesn't matter, my friends. So let's move on to the Washington Commanders going up against our opponent, New York Giants opponent of last week, the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I do think this will be an interesting game. This is going to be 2 rookie quarterbacks going at it, and Michael Penix and Jaden Daniels. A lot of people, there was a couple of people who loved Michael Penix. And I loved Michael Penix too. So we're going to see how they face off against each other. Michael Penix didn't have the most greatest showing against the Giants defense, but he did his job. They got the win. They found a way to score 34 points. The Washington Commanders are coming off a gifted win. I mean, it was a gifted win to the Philadelphia Eagles, where the Philadelphia was up at some point by 24-14. Jalen Hurts went out the game early, and Kenny Pickett just didn't have enough to close it out, and they won. I mean, I don't think it went to overtime. I think they were able to escape that. It was like 36-33 or something like that. Saquon Barkley went off. I mean, it was a great game. From both teams, but the Commanders found a way to pull it off. Jaden Daniels was phenomenal. 5 touchdowns, I believe he threw. Maybe I think that ties his, or not doesn't tie. I think that is a record for him as far as touchdown passes in one game. I don't know where his total is right now, but Jaden Daniels that was the game that kind of made sure he was Rookie of the Year. I wish it could have been Malik Neighbors, but unfortunately, there's nobody to throw him the ball. So, as far as the Commanders and Falcons go, I think it's going to be an interesting game. The Falcons fight hard. I believe that now they have 8 wins. I believe they're top of the NFC South. They are trying to make sure they maintain their lead in the NFC South, so they're going to be playing as hard as they can. Bijan Robinson is always a dog. Drake London, Darnell Mooney, these guys can play. So, let's see what Michael Penix does in his second game as full-time starter with the Atlanta Falcons. But Washington, they're playing at home. They're on fire. They're still fighting for a good seed as far as wild card goes. I believe they're the 7th seed right now, which is crazy because they're a pretty damn good team and they're the 7th seed. So it kind of shows you how good the NFC is this season. But yeah, I'm going to take the Commanders. I think it may be a game of who wants it more on top of the Commanders just being a better roster, a better team, a more put together team right now. So I'm going to take Washington to beat the Atlanta Falcons. As far as the Eagles go, this is another 1:00 game. I think that was Sunday Night Football, Falcons and Washington, by the way. So my mistake if I said that was a 1:00 earlier. The Cowboys and Eagles. This is going to be a fun game to watch. I cannot wait to watch this one. I just want the Eagles to fall. I want the Eagles to completely fall and plummet down to the bottom. Cooper Rush needs to go out there and give it his all. He went out and got a good win against the Tampa Bay Bucks, and he's had the Cowboys are 4-1 in their last 5 games. How about that? They're 4-1 in their last 4 games. They're trying to make a playoff push. I guess Micah Parsons really spoke some life in that locker room and on his podcast, and now they're playing a lot harder. So this is going to be a fun one. Listen, obviously I don't really care about the Cowboys' implications as far as the playoffs go. I think they're eliminated. I don't know if they're eliminated yet, or maybe their playoff hopes are still alive. Could be wrong about that. But either way, I want to see the Philadelphia Eagles fall. I want this to be a trap game so much. I know everybody's going to be favoring the Eagles here. I don't know how significant the Jalen Hurts injury is. It's still very early. I know he had a concussion. Don't know if he's going to be ready to go in this game, but you can bet your ass that the Eagles are going to try to do everything they can to get Jalen Hurts on that field and play. They're fighting for number 1 seed. You guys know that only the number 1 seed in the NFL now get a first round bye. So that is a really significant spot to be at. And right now they're in competition with the Detroit Lions. maybe another team as well. I mean, the Minnesota Vikings as well. So I'm going to take the Eagles to win this game just to be safe. But at the same time, I really, really hope the Cowboys go out and win. On top of that, Cowboys fans want to tank, but the Cowboys don't know how to tank. So it's just a win-win situation if the Cowboys win, because then you get the Cowboys winning. Sure, they get closer to a playoff race, but they already have like the 15th pick in the draft. They're just going to have a worse pick. They're definitely not going to have either Ashton Genty or Travis Hunter. And then the Eagles, of course, it would be great to see them lose the first seed. So that is it, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys check out BetUS, and thank you to them for sponsoring the video. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you guys next time.
This video is powered by BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150 to get your 150% sign-up bonus. Start playing today with an exclusive offer. Shout out to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports.